Hi, I'm Gloria Duffy, and I wish I could be with you today. As a downtown San Jose resident and a runner always looking for jogging paths, I served on the City Commission in the late 1980s that planned the Guadalupe Gardens, now the open area between Coleman Avenue and San Jose Airport. When I returned from living in Washington in 1996, I became the first board president of the nonprofit organization Friends of the Guadalupe River Park and Gardens, set up to support the further development of the park. My own involvement in San Jose's Central Park project illustrates how many people from a wide variety of backgrounds have worked in stages over the past 50 years to make this urban park a reality for San Jose. Norm Mineta in the 1950s and 60s, Rod Diridon and his colleagues on the Board of Supervisors in the 1970s, San Jose Mayor Janet Gray Hayes, Tom McHenry, and Susan Hammer in the 1980s and 90s, and so very many of our business community leaders have all helped move this project along. Most cities of San Jose's size have the opportunity to design a central park early in their development, when open land is still available. In San Jose, because of our history of rapid and mostly low-density growth, we have had to gradually reclaim a park from the urban core of the city that was already filled with buildings, streets, and other infrastructure. This complex and expensive process has been accomplished gradually through a creative effort that built on the need for a flood control project on the Guadalupe River and on the required removal of buildings from the airport approach zone, which has since become the Guadalupe Gardens. The federal and other public funds that became available for those two projects have largely made this possible. San Jose and our region now have a unique resource at our disposal, 250 acres in the center of the city. The park being created on this land will fill an urgent need for the South Bay. With a population that has now reached over 1 million, San Jose has little or no green space in the center of the city, and none other than this space that can easily be reached by public transportation. The Park of the Guadalupe is now partly developed, but because of the way it has progressed in fits and starts as the political will and funding was available, we must now create an overall design that will allow us to plan and guide our efforts to use this land towards the best possible goals. I would like to introduce two people who will present a proposal for an exciting visioning and planning process to move the Guadalupe project forward. They are part of the latest generation working to support the park project, and I do hope you will join them. Leslie Hamilton is the executive director of the Friends of the Guadalupe River Park and Gardens, the organization whose role is to move the park forward by coordinating government and private efforts. Leslie has a long background in community service and nonprofit management. In addition to the 8 years she spent on the board of the Friends organization before becoming its director, she is a member of the San Jose Parks and Recreation Commission and served 5 years on the board of the Santa Clara County League of Conservation Voters. Kenneth Kay, founder and president of Ken Kay Associates in San Francisco, is a landscape architect, planner, and urban designer with over 40 years of experience. He has completed commissions ranging from private homes to new towns. He has emphasized smart growth and sustainable mixed-use communities. He is currently working on a new use for the Moffett Naval Air Station property. He's lectured and worked in China and served as a fellow of the American Society of Landscape Architects. Please welcome Leslie and Ken.